Okay. So you are going through a period of heartbreak. Something's happened, and you are feeling very heartbroken, romanticizing the past. You're having a bit of nostalgia, thinking about what's been going on. You need to ask for some divine guidance and assistance in this particular issue to get you through this particular problem. So whatever you've gone through, you stop romanticizing the past. Really, it wasn't as good as it seems. We always color things in bright colors from the past when they are actually not as wonderful as we make it out to be. But ask for some divine guidance and assistance. You do need a crutch, and that can be offered to you by prayer. And in the past, you needed to give yourself a treat and readdress all your expectations. They might have been unrealistic, and maybe this is the reason why it's resulted in this heartbreak. So you needed to look after yourself and also revisit all your expectations about what you want out of life, and just maybe that you still have to do that. Think about what you really want, what is going to make you happy, and make sure that it's based in reality and it's practical. You can put it to use rather than it having all these visions and dreams and then they just depress you when they don't come true. So going into the future, you've got strong sexual attraction. There might be somebody that you find very, very attractive, and maybe you're thinking of connecting with this person. There's a little bit of confusion and a lack of clarity going on in your head. So you do need to get a perspective. You need to sort out your expectations and make some concrete plans about what you're going to do for the future. And ask for divine help and guidance during this period. So those are the energies for those 2 weeks. So this is the Art Nouveau Tarot, and I have put it in the description box. It is quite a rare deck, so getting a hold of it can be a bit difficult. I shall try and find the links so that you can get it, if you'd like to buy it. So the main energies are the Six of Rods. So it looks like, you may have had issues with your partner. If you're in a relationship, you'll seem to have reconciled, thrown down your rods. So you might have had difficulties with each other. It might have been a situation where there were lots of arguments. This is the card that immediately follows the Five of Rods. So it looks like there might have been some problems, but you'll seem to have sorted out, and maybe there's a reconciliation, or you're trying to reconcile after having problems with your partner. So you might be in that phase where you're trying to bring about a reconciliation. So you got the Five of Pentacles, and it's crossed by the Queen of Coins. So you might have had, your partner might be an earth sign person. It could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person that you're dealing with, and you've had a big disappointment, a big problem with this person, because this card is crossing the Five of Pentacles. So whatever that relationship is seems to have broken. It's in pieces at the moment, and you're very, very upset about it, and you're trying to bring about this reconciliation with this person again. And that's the energy that is coming through, that you're trying to pick up the pieces, but it seems to be completely destroyed, and you really don't know what to do. You're at a loss. So what's happened in the past? You've got the Four of Swords over here. So there was some issue that happened prior to this, because this card follows the Three of Swords. So there was some heartbreak, and then you spent all of last year trying to get over that kind of problem. So you've been taking out time, trying to sort through that heartbreak that you went through. Maybe isolating yourself, but really trying to get a grip on it, trying to bring your thoughts around, trying to find that weapon to deal with that heartbreak situation. And that's what you've been spending a lot of time doing over the last year. And you made a new beginning as well. And this is the Fool card. You've taken a new leap of faith. You've decided to do something brand new, something completely different. So after that heartbreak situation, you were healing from it. And then you decided, you're going to choose a new path and go down that path. And that happened in the last few months. But you're still trying to get over this breakup that you've had with this Queen of Coins energy. So what's on your mind? You've got the Page of Staves. It looks like you're hoping for some kind of message to come in from this person. You want to make a reconciliation. Maybe you've sent out messages to this person and they haven't replied, but you're trying to get some kind of communication going with this person. And then you've got the the Ace of Swords coming in over here. So there's a truth coming in. There's something that is going to come in. Maybe this is you trying to speak your truth, or you taking control and cutting out that situation completely. Maybe you've decided now that you can't get any communication going with this person, that everything is in pieces, that it's not worth the effort because you've got that 5 of coins lying on the floor over there. You've decided to just cut communication completely, cut out that relationship completely, sever it from your life. You're changing the way you think, you're changing the way you do things. You're just deciding that, you've had enough, and you're going to take a new stance in life, and you're going to do something completely different. So it looks like you're getting your power back in hand. This is you getting your power back in hand and taking charge again. So it looks like you're sorting through your self-esteem issues, and you're getting back your power and communication and your strength back with that card. And this Ace of Swords, it's in the cycle, it follows the 10 of Swords. So whatever that situation was really nasty. Maybe there was a lot of vindictiveness and betrayal that happened. And with the Ace of Swords is that brand new beginning, getting rid of that, cutting it out of your life and moving forward. And that's probably what you've decided to do now. Now you've got the World card representing you. So you could be traveling. Maybe you've decided to travel, but you've definitely ended that old cycle and you've moved on, or you're moving on. You could be doing some international work somewhere else, because the World card is ruled by Saturn. So you might be getting a job overseas and you might be moving. And this allows this Ace of Swords to come in and play, because, by moving away from that situation, the old situation, you can actually exert your authority and your power. And you are taking your power back. It seems like people are seeing that. The Emperor card is a card that's ruled by Mars, and Mars does rule Scorpio. So it looks like you're taking back your authority. You're a person to be reckoned with. It seems like, you are much more disciplined now, and you have got a logical plan in place right now. And people see that. So what's on your mind, you want to manifest. So you want to make things happen. And, you might be communicating with a lot of people, working. You might be focusing on a lot of work and using all your skills. Maybe you're a bit worried that things are not going to be working out. Maybe you're worried you're dealing with people that are dishonest as well with this Magician card. So going into the future, you've got the Hermit, the 5 of Cups, and the 8 of Pentacles. So with the Hermit card is focusing all your attentions on yourself now, spending some time with yourself, finding your mission in life. It is a card ruled by Virgo, and Virgo, does rule work. So it seems like that's where you're putting all your focus on your work and getting to specialize or do the best you can in your work, and finding answers. Maybe the job you do is very analytical, because Virgo rules that. It's ruled by Mercury, so very analytical work that you're doing, but very focused and very practical. So taking that almost book knowledge and putting it into something practical. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're building, you're focusing on that, and that is what you're doing. And you're spending a lot of time alone and a lot of time with information as well. You're still crying about whatever happened, because you've got the 5 of Cups over here. You've got a lot of regret, a lot of despair. You can see these cups of he's allowing these cups to empty out. So maybe, you're allowing that hurt to leave you, and you're doing this via, by working and focusing on your work. You're letting all that hurt go away. You're making that hurt go away, or allowing it to leave you, but you're still thinking about that past. You seem so deep in thought, and this is a card where there's dark clouds in the back over there. So you're still very in the doldrums, really upset, still miserable about what happened. But this is the first step towards healing. The 5 of Cups is the first footstep that you take in towards healing. So healing needs to happen in order for you to move forward. Healing does not come automatically. So whatever happened, even though it feels really crappy, it is the first stages of healing and getting through grief. And it is a necessary phase, because once you are able to heal and deal with that grief, you're able to move forward and see the light. And you've got the 8 of Pentacles over here. So this is now focusing a lot more on your work And, maybe you're teaching somebody, maybe you're a mentor, or you could be learning a lot of new skills as well on the job. And you are focusing on making things happen. This is also like a manifestation card, manifesting through information. So whatever information you are focusing on, you will be able to manifest something, beautiful, and also pass it on to people around you with this Eight of Pentacles. So it seems like, you've come through a very difficult heartbreak situation. You've tried to open up the channels of communication. It doesn't seem like that's going to be happening. This has been on your mind. It doesn't seem like you're going to be able to do that. And it seems like you've decided that you're going to just leave it and move on to something brand new, move on to a different phase in your life. You are getting over whatever happened with this person, and you are taking charge and getting your confidence back as far as your life goes. And, you might be traveling and conquering things and ending old cycles. So you're in that new phase of beginning something brand new, a brand new cycle of new confidence. But also, you still have that a little bit of regret, or a lot of regret rather. You're still crying about whatever happened. But that in itself will change. That cycle, these energies are very temporary, and, you will shift out of it. But you need to give yourself a chance to heal. So this is the Archangel Power Tarot, and I'm just going to draw some cards from it. So the first card is the Knight of Michael, which says time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotions, sudden changes. So something coming in very official. You need to make big decisions, and you need to make it quickly. There's some kind of a situation. This is generally about legalities as well. So you might be dealing with something legal as well. So be aware of that. Excuse me. The Knight of Air. They don't always bring good news. So, they bring very shocking news. So just be aware of that. There might be some news or somebody bringing in something for you that might shock you a little bit. And it might be to do with a legal matter. It might also be to do with your work, because it's been followed by the Ten of Air, which is like the Ten of Pentacle. There's so much more to be grateful for: financial success, promise of retirement, a rich, rewarding family life. So there might be some kind of legality involving your family life, or involving maybe this person that you were dealing with. This could well be the case, and this could be denounce the ending of that particular relationship. There might be a legal ending to that particular relationship that you were involved in. So this might be tying up the loose ends legally. So something coming to an end as far as, the family situation goes, or kind of anything where you shared joint finances with this particular person might be coming to an end, and it might be a legal ending to that. And the last card is the Five of Gabriel, which says a challenge you can resolve, withdraw from the drama of others, have patience with yourself and those around you. So it looks like there's some kind of legal ending in a kind of situation where you shared some kind of financial issues with this person, or something financial that you shared with this person, a financial relationship. But it can also lead to some arguments and fighting, or not getting along with that person. So it could cause a lot of drama. So whatever this legal issue that's involved in the situation that you're ending could have a lot of arguments, or cause a lot of drama in it. So just be aware of that there could be some problems. If there's too much of drama, just withdraw from it, walk away from it. Don't stand there to fight it, because this is the Five of Rods. And with the Five of Rods, nobody wins. People argue and argue, and nobody's a clear winner. And you end up feeling worse for going through the Five of Rods and standing up for yourself. You rather just walk away from it. Take your energy with you and go and use it, better use on another day, rather than standing up and getting involved in battles that will not be resolved. So any kind of arguments that come in, rather walk away from it. Know that the cycle is ending. You're going to have to end that cycle. It doesn't seem like it's going to be resolved. And if you don't end it, it seems like it might end up with having legal repercussions. So just be aware that could happen. But you're going to start, start afresh. So whatever problems that you're having, you will have the energy and the strength to deal with it. Whatever that relationship was, it was obviously not good for you. It's not going to be working out for you, and it is time for you to move on, and take charge back again. You do have everything you need. You're in you're in an authority position with the Emperor card, and you will come out of it. You will be victorious in it. but just focus on your work and try not to let that situation get you down. It's time to move on into a new cycle, begin something brand new. So I hope this reading has resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.